1 in 3 women worldwide face physical or sexual violence by an intimate partner or sexual violence from a non-partner at some point in their lifetime, according to a new study from the World Health Organization.
Here's a summary of the article.
1 in 3 women worldwide face physical or sexual violence by an intimate partner or sexual violence from a non-partner at some point in their lifetime, according to a new study from the World Health Organization. The research found that the number of women who face physical and sexual violence, approximately 736 million worldwide, has remained largely unchanged over the past decade, according to a Tuesday statement from the WHO. The WHO found that 1 in 4 girls and young women aged 15 to 24 who have been in a relationship will have already experienced violence by an intimate partner by the time they reach their mid-20s. Advertisement. Violence against women is endemic in every country and culture, causing harm to millions of women and their families, and has been exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic, WHO Director General said in the Tuesday statement. But unlike COVID-19, violence against women cannot be stopped with a vaccine. We can only fight it with deep-rooted and sustained efforts, by governments, communities and individuals, to change harmful attitudes, improve access to opportunities and services for women and girls, and foster healthy and mutually respectful relationships, he continued. Approximately 37% of women living in the poorest countries in the world have faced violence from an intimate partner during their lifetime, with some countries reporting up to 1 in 2 women facing violence. Violence from an intimate partner is, by far the most prevalent form of violence against women globally, according to the WHO, harming at least 641 million women. We know that the multiple impacts of COVID-19 have triggered a shadow pandemic of increased reported violence of all kinds against women and girls, UN Women Executive Director said in the Tuesday statement.
This post received a score of 1200, with an upvote ratio of 90%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Don't abuse people. That's what scumbags do. Don't be a scumbag.
The problem is often that abusers don't think their actions are abusive.
I read the report, and it seems they collected the data by giving a survey to a couple of government officials from each country. Does anyone have any better information about how they actually collected the info to make this claim? Whether they asked individual women about events, or what events they decided to count as violence?
1/3 sounds low.
I know 4 of the 6 women closest to me have been sexual assaulted. None of us had it reported either.
That is an alarmingly high number, fuck.
From personal experience, I think it's actually higher than 1/3.
I don't know a single woman, myself included, who has managed to escape sexual assault and/or rape. It's devastating.
I would say that this is higher than 1/3. Just from the women I know who have had the courage of honest conversations about their lives. I was raped at 12 and then again at 24, had a sexually abusive relationship between those. When I met my current partner at 25, and I wasn't ready for sex, he 100% backed off and I burst into tears of gratitude. Even now, almost 6 years later, if I'm not in the mood he just pulls me in for cuddles and I have to fight tears because I'm so happy to have a loving partner who doesn't rape, sexually assault me. 3 therapists and tons of cognitive therapy and I'm still scarred by what was done to me, where I have to fight the urge to thank him.
Well, that's 1 in 3 too many, isn't it?
4 of the 6 women closest to me I know have been sexually assaulted at some point in their life. Doesn't mean the other 2 have not been either, they just have not shared it with me.
Seriously, that seems lower than I expected.
As a man who was raised by my mom and 2 sisters, I hate this statistic. Men, it's time we stand up and fight for our women. Don't be afraid to confront other men when you hear of sketchy behavior. This has to stop.
I'm surprised it's only 1 in 3. Anecdotally, I'd have guessed 60 to 70%. Geez, as a man I'm embarrassed. There is no excuse for this.
It makes me wonder how many of my friends or coworkers, or anybody I know, are guilty of it. I've dated way too many women with that type of shit in their past. It's fucking rampant, and that is insane.
Probably more than you'd think.
I looked at their statement and it seems that they defined intimate partner violence to include controlling behavior and psychological abuse, which to me seems pretty broad.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.